Beth asked me if I would give her some examples, I'd be more than happy to do that. I mean, I'll simply go ahead and refer to the issue.
This is not an example of smart growth. This is a classic example of sprawl. You cannot conceive of a plan that looks like this because this isn't planning. This is a comprehensive plan. Plans, by definition, are looking forward. Growth statistics are history. They may or may not predict the future as they didn't this past year. You have no mechanism for that year that comes ahead where people request to exceed the 75%. There's nothing in the plan. There's no mechanism for dealing with it. That's what planning is. Planning means conceptualizing how you will deal with difficulties before they arise, not looking at historic history on which you have no basis. Growth statistics are just that, history. This is history, too. This shows you have no growth plan. This is not smart growth. St. Charles communities are not the entirety of Charles County. You cannot compare the cost of delivering services to the St. Charles communities or to Waldorf to this, except by using a multiplier. As noted the other night when you were in attendance, it costs significantly more to deliver services to this kind of growth. Those services are not paid for by the residents in those scattered growth. They're borne by all the taxpayers. A plan, which our plan does not, thinks about the fiscal responsibilities associated with growth. Questions that the county staff has asked here, they've asked us to think about the future, not simply look at what the historic growth has been. These are legitimate questions. We should address them, not bury them.
Joe, can you explain what area you're speaking of when you referred to sprawl?
All of it. All of this outside of Waldorf and St. Charles communities and probably Bryan's Road and Indian Head. Can you explain how someone thought about putting any of these developments somewhere? They didn't. And so an individual had an idea and decided to do it and propose it, and we approved it. That isn't the plan. Plan decides where you're going to, that's what the whole idea of priority funding area is. Priority funding areas, if you're looking ahead at what you can afford to support, schools, wastewater, water supplies, how many police are you going to hire? None of this is reflected. This isn't a plan. This is just random ideas that happen to be put on paper.
No. But I'm saying, are you suggesting that all of Charles County you consider sprawl?
Yes.
I don't agree with that.
Maybe you don't. But then again, I've got a lot more planning documents than you have.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, if we could get